2 words. Sukhshinder Shinda. Oh, come on. This is a Punjabi Bhangra music icon. That's what he is. He's an icon because you look up to him, you're inspired by him. He's provided us so many hit songs over the years, and he's still a big part of my musical playlist and life right now. There is nothing like a Shinda track from I got so many favorites, from Chardi Kala to Soni Lagdi to Gumsum Gumsum on a spiritual vibe. I mean, he's just awesome. So we had a little catch up, and here we are talking about him, his musical approach and things like that, but also spirituality. We get into staying positive. We get into the changing musical scene that's out there right now as well. And if I always think it's really nice to pick up on a person's energy and what they're really about and what they're really saying. And if you listen to him, you'll see that he's kind of quite accepting of the world. He seems quite happy and chilled in his step. He's not taking it too seriously. And I think a massive part of that comes from his brother, who's passed away now. And actually he touches on something at the very end of the podcast when he talks about how life can be as big or as little as you want to make it. It can be everything and it can be nothing. And I think that's quite key, that how we take the things that happen to us in life. So this is a really nice positive chat with a great artist, a great singer who's got a new track coming out called Brand at the end of January as well. So do check that as well. But here he is. It's the one and only Sukhshinder Shinda on the Tommy Sandhu podcast. This is a big deal. Sukhshinder Shinda on the podcast. Come on, Shinda. I'd imagine you should get excited every day when you wake up and you look in the mirror and you go, man, I'm Sukhshinder Shinda. Yeah, boy. Come on. Oh, so good to see you. So good to see you.
How are you, brother? Happy New Year to you, first of all, and all your watchers and listeners who are tuning in, you know.
Thank you very much. And you look well. You look good. You look fit. You look healthy. You look like you haven't been affected by a pandemic.
I mean, I'm just trying, you know what I mean? You got to keep on with it. Like I say, everyone's affected, you know. It's just how you're going to take it so positive, you know, been doing exercise and practicing whatever, you know, just keeping it, man, real.
What is it? What is the Shinda regime? Is it like a Shinda jitsu? Is it a type of martial art? Is it Shinda kung fu?
It's bit of everything, you know, cardio and then maybe some weights and then different kind of things, you know.
Yeah.
So,
at home?
You know, it is, man.
Do you work
at home and then I go gym as well. My mate's got a gym, you know, a very big gym, so I go there. Yeah.
And so okay, this is good. Okay, let me just start with the regime, because you are a part of my fitness and working out regime. So, not that I expect you to notice, Shinda, but I lost a couple of stone in the last 2 years, because when lockdown kind of happened, coincidentally, I gave up booze and I got into a little bit of light running.
Wow.
And I realized 6 Bhangra songs will get me through my run. That's all it is. 6 songs. Because a Bhangra song is long enough, 5-6 minutes. I can do my 5K in about 32 minutes. So collaborations is a great song to run to. And so is Soni Lagdi. You and HMC, right? It's a good song to run to.
You can go fast on that. You can go fast on that one.
Yeah, right. So now that's kind of form. I've got the running playlist on my phone, and then it's like a whole selection of songs or Bhangra songs. And I pick that. I also do a bit of Surjit Bindrakia, Tera Yaar Bolda, because that starts me off like chung chung chung, and it's a bit more gentle, right? They're gonna go Tera Yaar, but so I feel like you've been a part of my well-being, I suppose. So what do you listen to when you're having your workout? Because music and workout go hand in hand.
I don't really listen, you know what I mean? Because I got my own different tunes coming in my mind, man. So I just, you know, I don't listen to headphones, whatever's on in the gym if I listen. Otherwise, I just do what I got to do, you know?
Oh, really? Okay. So, but
I could be humming my own tune, you know what I mean? I could be humming a new tune or making, you know, anything what comes in my mind. I could go in, I know? You understand?
Yeah.
I could go in. I could be going like that in my mind, you know.
See, I didn't even think of that, because obviously in a musician's head, there's the
you got a lot of things going all the time, you know. Yeah.
Oh, see, okay, that's right. And do you find, because I find when I'm working out, you get clarity on stuff. Let's have something I've got to deal with, and and you don't really know where you're going to go with something in life. It might be a little thing, might be something with the wife, the kids, the work, whatever. But like, the workout helps. Does the workout help you create tunes to get the endorphins going or the feel good factor going? And do you come up with stuff
Because
there, or do you find that?
definitely, man, Tommy, because it's all about your health, man. If you're feeling good within yourself, then you're getting good vibes from everywhere. If you're not feeling good with yourself, then you're gonna get negative vibes everywhere you go. So you don't want to be doing that.
Yeah.
I remember when
And
I was growing up, my big brother, the great Mohan Singh Namana, he always used to say to me, he go, listen, you mix with better people than yourself, people who got more knowledge if you want to go further in life. They could be smaller, don't have to be older, but they got to be more than you. What they got to know more. So that thing kind of stuck with me, and I tell my kids as well. I go, if you want to be good in life, you mix with people who are better than you, clever people. Don't have to be, but a world, you don't have to be too clever, like in English or maths. Just normal, common sense. They got to be on the case, and you get better. Obviously, mixing. If you're gonna mix with people who are just talking about nothing, then where is that gonna get you? So this is the thing. Even in music, in life, this is the thing that stuck with me, man. Always try to mix with people. Even now, I listen to people, legends on the YouTube and everything, tabla players and classical musicians. Anything, you're learning so much, man. I'm telling you, it's great.
I'm with you on that one. Somebody, I've heard it said many a time now in mindfulness podcasts or audio programs or books, and they'll say, you are the sum of the closest 5 people to you. So you are whoever those closest 5 people are.
Wow.
You're if you kind of add up all their points as to what they're worth as people, intelligence, what they're contributing to the world, whatever, you're the middle ground of those 5 people, I suppose.
Wow.
You're the medium. So hence why surrounding yourselves with the right kind of people will either up your game or lower your game or keep you where you're at.
Right, man.
So do you consciously but part of that then, okay, let me ask you this now that you've just taken me off on this one. Part of that process, and I'm struggling with this because I probably collect people along my life along the way. This promoter, that guy, you meet this guy at this event, that event, this manager, whatever, writer, song. But they're saying you need to cut through the crap. Basically, you need to not collect everyone. You need to kind of and you got to say no to certain people or no to certain situations. How hard is that when you're Sukhshinder Shinda and everybody's expecting you to kind of go,
well, they understand, if you explain it properly to them, you can't go everywhere and you can't, it is, man. But inside what's right, and then you try to explain, and hopefully the guy gets the message, whatever. But show love to everyone, man. I think music is showing love, and but you gotta have knowledge, man, to get anywhere in life, man. I'm telling you. And people say to me, you've been doing it so long, and I said I love it, man, and I'm learning every day. That's my success, I'd say. That's what gives me the to go again. And it's my great teachers that I got, Ajit Singh Matlashi ji, Lal Singh Patti ji, Kuldeep Singh Mathari ji. And sadly, one passed away, Professor Baldev Narang, in the COVID. He didn't have COVID, but he had a stroke. And what a star that was, Baldev Narang ji. If anyone's listening, you type in Professor Baldev Narang and you listen to music, man, and singing what it's all about.
What is it all about? What is it in his voice that you hear? I'm always curious what a singer or a musician
even if he just goes, and it's like 5 people's voice, like a Tanpur, and just the resonance of his voice, like Jagdeep Singh used to sing, he used to just go, and you feel that, the resonance, and you feel it. That's what it is, man. I can't explain it, you have to listen.
See, okay, what is that, Shinda? Is that, because I hear certain songs, sounds even, and I'm not just saying this because I'm here talking to you. Sometimes when I'm in the gym, I'll listen to the part because it's atmospheric and it's very early doors. And sometimes that might be strange that you're working out to the part, but sometimes I just don't want to hear music. I don't want to hear words or noise or beats or chat. Same I don't listen to like,
too right. I understand where you're coming from, brother. That's meditation, man. That's what it's about, and it's about your inner self and getting peace with your inner self. You can just have Sataram, Waheguru, anything you believe in. It can be just a job and you're just listening. Beautiful,
right? But then, in that respect, and I'm going to probably say something silly, but like there is a connection. There is some connection between sound and godliness and heavenliness or spirituality in any way. Even when I listened to, like, when I heard the azan in Dubai, when I was in Dubai every day, I heard the azan every day. It sounded peaceful, sounded atmospheric, sounded like it just takes over the airwaves. And it does, because they're physically playing it out all across Dubai. But there's something about the sound that moves you. Same way with when I listen to kirtan or music or that those hymns, that moves you.
Yeah,
Christian hymns, gospel music. There's something in godliness and music, isn't there?
And this story I'm going to tell you now. This great singer, Tan Sen. If you know any classical singer, you ask them, you say Tan Sen. That's like the top A class, Tan Sen. He wants to be Tan Sen, or he's singing like Tan Sen, the classical singer, And they used to sing in for the Rajas, in the darbars. They used to have their own singers back in the days. So if you was a king, you have your own classical singers, musicians, and then the other court would have theirs, and they have competitions. Anyway, this singer, Tan Sen, the king says to him, he goes, man, you singing so great, beautiful. I'd like to hear your teacher, what would it be like? He goes, listen, my teacher's different level. He goes, I sing for money and he sings for God. He goes, but if you want to hear him, we got to go 3 o'clock early in the morning on the riverside, So they're saying that both of them went, and when his teacher came out in the morning, and he started singing, with the tanpura, which is a 4-string instrument, Anyway, so when he started singing, and they were so memorized, both of them, they didn't know where they was. And when he stopped singing, the king says to Tan said, he goes, you ain't even born in front of this guy, man. What feeling I had, So that's what he said. He's saying, I sing for money. That's different. And he sings for God, He can't got no greed. He doesn't want nothing from no one. So different things. So like you're saying, it's all spiritual. The real thing is, but entertainment's a different thing. But it's good as well. You got to entertain people. But I'm saying the real thing is different, sir. Like you just said.
But I still think in all, even the most popular of pop songs, there are notes and sounds and hooks and all those things that we talk about that make songs catchy. That's where it hits your soul. That's where a bass line drops, it hits your soul.
Yeah.
A vocal drops.
It's a scale, a scale of notes, man. And each scale has got different feeling, Each raga has got different feeling. People don't want to go into that, but that's what it's about, music. Each scale has got a mood. It's a time set. You sing it in the morning, you sing it in the afternoon. It's all linked,
So how do you feel then? Because here you are, look, you're quoting all these great singers, musicians, and history, and even instruments I didn't even know about, the 4-stringed instrument. But there you are, because you're kind of from that mix of worlds. In a way, you came after a lot of the kind of slightly what I'd call the older established Punjabi Bhangra or even musical singers that we had in the country, but you came before these kind of youngsters making their hip hop grime beats or whatever. So you're somewhere right in the middle there. How do you
I'm in the
deal
middle
with...
because where I was born in Handsworth, Antropos Road, and my brother, like I said, he was a great singer and a great human being. In our house, everyone, Anari Sangeet Pati, Balwinder Safri just lived down the road. A.S. Kang lived down the road. All these Tolki players and all these people used to come to our house, every time singing, musical environment. And my brother used to listen to different kind of music. He listened to devotional music. He listened to Muhammad Rafi Saab, Lata Ji, classical music, folk music. So I was hearing all these things when I was little, and I was absorbing them. And there's such the richness in instruments, man. I can't say. Even the tabla, what a beautiful sound, man. I can't, when if you just tabla, it's so sweet. And sitar, flute, any instrument, man, you hear it, and it's the feeling and the absence and the essence of the sound, of the ring, like you saying, singing. It's all the feeling and the sound, which it creates. It's hard to explain, brother.
No, I love the fact that
experience it, man.
No, I do, and I feel it, and I love when I've gone back to live concerts and live music after not having heard it for a long time. I'm like, man, you forget what it does to you. I love the theater. I love going to shows. I love songs because when it's sung live in front, you're like, there's nothing like it. It's just, it tingles you. But what I was going to say is, because you're in that kind of middle generation, if I call it that, how do you deal with that when you're making music? Because then, you're going to have these young producers kind of going, hip hop beat and all this kind of stuff and do all this stuff. And then you're going, hold a minute, there's no there could be a really nice rag or a melody or a, you know, part to this that does something else.
Obviously you gotta know what is it, you know. I mean, dance music's different, man. If you sing in dance music and you gotta keep it like commercialized, what would I say, you know. If it's a sad song, which you can show more, use more of the scale, you know. You can use more notes, obviously, you know, more melody. It depends. You gotta know that. What am I making? And if I'm doing a dance song and I go sa ni za de da da ni pa ma ma pa da ni za de, I know that ain't gonna work, you know.
Yeah,
You understand?
it worked for
So,
me.
but I
That was great.
which is audience gonna listen to this? Who am I making this for? Huh?
Yeah,
So it's
right.
you get that experience, you know. You don't do it because I know. Say I know this, I'm gonna fit it in this song, man. I want to show. It doesn't work that way, man.
No.
Say if I'm
No.
making a dance track and I go, you know, my tool, and it's not fitting in, it won't sound right, you know. So you got to see what am I making. If I'm making a hip hop track, you know, I've made a lot of hip hop tracks. I use a bit of double. I always like to get a little bit of instrument of Indian, you know. So if some English guy hears it, some other nationality, he'll know, yeah, that's Indian, rather than just having the jig jack. I might have jig jack on the tabla, you know, something just on the sitar, just not spay kise Indian na banaya yaar.
Yeah. You want to put your flavor to it, and then
Yeah.
but in that respect, are you making music for an audience, for like marketing it, or are you kind of going, no, I need to channel what's coming from the Shinda right now, what's coming from within you?
No. You see, very good question. When we used to make CDs, used to be a lot of variations, man. You can hear any of my CDs, you know. You'll hear one song and then you hear a different song, different melody, different music, you know what I mean? And it was, you could show a lot of variation. Now it's only singles, you know. So what it is, I'm a performer as well, so I got to perform on weddings and everything. So obviously I'm going to do more dancing songs, you know, but I do a lot of devotional stuff as well, and I do melody songs as well. But now it's all singles, you know. So you get single, and you want a single. Obviously, if you get a song out dancing, you want to sing it on shows, you know, and you want to get people hear the songs, you know, and they say sing "Aa geet ga de, aa geet ga de." So it's all different, you know. Or I might just do a melody song like Valentines. I got a song coming out with Popsy the Music Machine, you know, because I'm singing for other people, you know. Popsy Music Machine is a great producer, and he wanted me to sing a song for him for a long time, you know. So I said, okay, you find a song and you come to me. So we found a song, you know, and it's called Brand, and that's coming out on the 27th. Just as we're talking about music, I'd say, you know, when the people watch out for that.
Okay, 27th of January or
yeah,
okay,
27th Jan.
That's awesome. So
you understand what I'm saying? Before the CD era, you could show a lot of variations of music, man. It was brilliant, you know. And I'm lucky that was the, you know, when we started off, it was CDs, cassettes. It was lovely.
Yeah.
You could 8-10 songs, man. You can show your variations of music, you know, and everything. And people love that, you know. And now with one song, it's not the same, you know. But you got to go with the flow.
No, you're right. And I think about it, I think, you know, if I just think back to, you know, even your Charity Kala, to your collaborations, to your Sony Lagdi, you know, you can go garage, you can go, you know, back to the pind, you can go, but you still can. You've got that now, if you want to call it that brand of Shinda. Can be street, he can be urban, because you can, I know you can, you know, you can speak and rap, Bhangra chat, whatever you want to call that, so fast. So because of that and your dexterity with your mouth and the ability to do that, you can lend yourself to so many different styles. But again, not many artists can do that. That's quite a nice position to be in, where you can kind of go, I can pick my style.
Because, you know, like I said, because I learned and I'm still learning, and you learn these different things, you know, from tabla bowls. It could be anything, recycling tabla bowls. All these things kind of help me, you know. And now a lot of people say people's rapping like you and all this. I go, oh, it's a good, man. You know, I mean, everyone, man. If they get inspired from something and they want to do it, it's all good, man. It's music is love, you know, and the more the merrier.
Yeah.
But I do say you need basic knowledge, you know, to get from someone. It's very easy now to make music, you know, because you got computer, everything's available on plugins, and you can get trap beats. You put in trap beats, and a lot of beats come up, you know, and slice. You can buy even beats from anywhere. So everything's, you know, before, back in the day, if you didn't know how to play instrument, then you got to call someone and you got to pay him, you know.
and
So
now
it's
it's a
different
download.
thing. Yeah, but now you want Tumbi, you can put Tumbi and a lot of Tumbis, Algoji will come up with Sarangis and everything. But if you want to make a specific track, then you got to play it according to the track, and that's where you get the feel, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Is that a good
So
thing?
when you hear these tracks now, you can hear this is cut from there, this is cut from there. People who know music, you know, they can tell straight away.
They can see the parts. It's a bit like cars now.
Like,
like,
yeah,
exactly. Yeah, it's a bit of a mishmash. It's not the same thing. But is that a good thing? The way that technology is coming about, do you think that's a good thing? That
it's all good,
now,
man. Tommy, I
can make
say
music.
the kids, you know, the kids doing music, man, is much better than doing anything else here. There's a lot of bad stuff going on, man. So I say to the kids, man, get a computer, man. If you don't want to learn an instrument, go on the computer, make your beats, man. It's all good. Beautiful, you know.
Yeah. What are you working on now? What are you learning? You said you always want to learn. What's the next sort of Shinda challenge?
कोई देखो साडे उस्ताद जी ने बहुत सारियां चीज़ां दसियां उन्होंने याद करना जिस तरह फॉर एग्जांपल आज मैं देख रहा सीगा चीज ये अंबर ना हुंदा ये तारे ना हुंदे जे एक तू ना हुंदा ये सारे ना हुंदे अंबर ना हुंदा ये तारे ना हुंदे ये मैं सोच रहा सी करा ये सारी उस्ताद जी दी कंपीटिशन है उन्हां दी.
And what? So that comes to you today. Why? Is there any reason why you're thinking
of when I'm sitting down on the harmonium or anything, then I'm just thinking, you know, but what are things I've learned? Maybe revise this, you know, I didn't do this proper. So if I'm sitting down, I'm not going to be singing a Bhangra song, you know. People say, you know, if you know a bit of classical, everything comes from there, from the foundation, you know. You understand?
Yeah.
So it's like my teacher used to say, you know, if you got a good until the knee, you know, if the base is built good, then you can build anything you want on top, you know. You understand?
Yeah.
You got a basic kacha,
yeah. And you talk about the base, you talk about the kind of the fundamentals and what built you, and then you also touched upon your brother. So how many are you? Sorry, in a sibling, how many brothers, sisters? What are
5 brothers and 1 sister, man, and 3 of them gone. You know, very sad, but that's life. You know, what can you do? Very young age they went as well.
How much of a impact would that have had on your life? That must 3. I mean, that's hard even for like. I mean, if you don't mind me saying, like for your parents as well to deal with, for everybody.
Yeah, my mother and parents, they gone as well. You know, so it's very sad when but. What can you do, man? It's like a picture in front of me and they're all disappearing, you know. That's life, but they leave their memories and you got them with they always stay with you, but that part of you goes as well, you know, and that ain't coming back. Because my big brother, my big brother is why I'm in this music line now, because of him. He loved it so much and he used to take me when I was a little baby, you know, on shows and just play along. I used to just play around messing about, but he just wanted to get me interested, you know, and I still remember them days, you know. Lovely.
But you sound like you're dealing with that really well. Like, oh yeah, you know, that's life. For example, when you just said that, now you said that couple of you went, that's life, that's the way it is. And I know that if you are truly spiritual,
I mean, it's been many years now, you know, since they passed away, so you gotta live with it, man.
Yeah, you know? But many people can't, Shinda. Many people will struggle to deal with loss.
And music helped me that, man. And music, you know, like you said, meditation and music and exercise, it's all, you got to keep yourself, you know what I mean? But music's the best thing in my life, man. I'm telling you, that's saved me from a lot of things, you know. It's beautiful.
Do you pass those kind of musical messages or lessons on to your kids and your family?
Yeah, but they're more interested in football, you know, and games and all that. So I tried, you know, but they didn't really take it on like I thought, you know, maybe one of them would. But that's how it is, man. You gotta have the passion. You gotta have the love for something. They love football, you know. I said, okay, that's good as well, you know. But I said, don't think that Liverpool's gonna come knocking on the door for me. Or whatever team, you know what I mean?
Why not? Liverpool could come knocking. Why not? We could have a Shinda.
You know it is, man. A lot of people. I want to see more people in the end. It's gonna take a bit of time, but hopefully, you know, we'll get there. We've got to break through, man. You know.
How old are your kids? How old are they now? Do you mind me asking?
15 and 18 and 19. 20, sorry. 15, he's 20 now.
20, 18 and 15. Man, look at that. that's not really kids anymore. That's that's
Yeah,
help.
yeah.
And what is that? Is that all 3 boys? 2 boys?
No, 2 boys and one daughter.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So what's it like? You as a dad when you're kind of off and you're doing gigs on the weekend and you're not around. And I mean, is that because that's got? I'm just thinking from my point of view. Even when I'm doing stand-up shows on the weekend or things like that, my missus has to manage the house, the kids, the kit bag. If they're going football, if they're going to play sport, if they're going swimming. Do you kind of leave all of that, or are you involved? Is Shinda there by the side of the pitch?
Well, now I'm in the lockdown. I've been doing a lot of that, but before they know that's my life. You know what I mean? They know that I could be here on the weekend, or could be not be here for 3 weeks. I might be in India for 1 month, 2 months. That's how this line is. That's the work. And I like to say thanks to God and the fans. I love what I'm doing. Like I see a lot of people. You know what I mean? And they go, oh no, I gotta go work tomorrow. Oh, no. You know what I mean? And they hate it, man. But I love my work, and it's putting food on the table and people showing love. What else more do you want? Thanks God, and all you want.
But I always say, and I've spoken to different artists about this from all over the world. Even very recently with Harshdeep Kaur, who became a mum not so long ago.
Good.
And I said, Harshdeep, I said, you're a pop star and you're a mum, and she wants to be a good mum. She wants to be involved in the raising of her son, which is great. Yeah. But look, in my little tiny sense, I struggle with being Tommy, the guy from the radio and the TV and the out and about and the stand-up guy and wanting to talk to everybody, and also just
Tommy Gun and Tommy Gun.
Exactly. And sometimes the gun doesn't fire. It's exactly right. That's the problem. But how are you? How do you? Is there 2 types of Shinda? Are you a regular dad as well? Well, I mean, are you just like hey, I'm just a dad. I've got to tell my kids off sometimes.
Yeah, just normal, you know what I mean? Because I say, listen, man, someone say superstar, everyone's a star, man, in their own right, man. There's no superstar, the same people, you know what I mean? Same, whatever you got, I got, it's just some people do better. I see, listen, Tommy, many times I've seen people, man, singers or anything, man, and I think, this guy, man, he's brilliant, man, and then you think, man, he didn't get what he deserved, but that's your karma, the kismat's an isaga. And then you see people who get very famous and they get everything, and and you think, they don't really, kuch pata nahi, hai na? Basically, siddhi gal hai jeri, hai na? Te ek jera banda hai, nu sara kuch pata hai yaar, and he practiced so many years and learned and everything. Te lekin wo jeri jo onu milna chahiye ke nahi milya, so kismat di gal hai na. But I used to say to my, Baldev Narangji, sadly, like he passed away, and I say to him, Guruji, थोड़ा यार तुसी लाइट कराया करो, लाइट गाया करो, गजल, because he was a classical singer, है ना, he knew everything. कहता पुत्र जो मैनू मजा आंदा ना मैं आ चीज करके वो मैनू पता. You understand? He goes, classical music is for the class. It's for the class. वो बंदे दी थोड़ी जी क्लास होनी चाहिए फिर अंडरस्टैंड करदा. और ਅਸੀਂ गाने folk ਉਹ ਤੇ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਬੰਦਾ अंडरस्टैंड करदा ना, है ना? You understand? It's very simple. बोलियां जो everything which is good, people dancing, लेकिन ਉਹ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਬੰਦਾ क्लासिकल गा ਰਿਹਾ ਉਹ क्लास वाला ਬੰਦਾ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਅੰਡਰਸਟੈਂਡ ਕਰ ਸਕਦਾ ਨਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਉਹ ਕੀ ਕਰ ਰਿਹਾ. So ਪਰ ਲੇਕਿਨ ਜੋ ਉਹ ਮਹਿਸੂਸ ਕਰ ਰਿਹਾ, ਜੋ ਆਨੰਦ ਉਹ ਲੈ ਰਿਹਾ, ਜੋ the feeling he gets by singing, ਉਹ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਨਾ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਤਾ.
No. But that's what comes back to the point when we said you make your music for you. You feel something that resonates for you, and therefore, and if it connects with the people, it connects with the people. I go on. I'm doing this podcast. I'm talking to you because I want to talk to you. And if others like this conversation, they will listen to this conversation. They will share these conversations. And I think the minute you start chasing things, the minute you start doing things because you should do them, like
no, it don't work that way.
It don't work. Even I'm not a fan. I don't know where you stand on this. Butha the coal. My mum jokes about Butha the coal. And I'm like, no, I don't believe that. If I'm gonna go, I'm gonna go pura dil dinal, or I'm not gonna go. So I can feel that of the same. But the problem is, here we go, because as a dad, values are changing, times are changing. My kids are 9 and 5, 2 boys. Their heads in their iPad all the time. If that's all they really want to do, or play a bit of Nintendo Switch and that kind of stuff. And these kind of values that you're talking about, I think we're a dying generation. I'm worried. How do we keep it going?
When you try to tell some kids, it used to be like this. even when our dad used to say maybe we do the same, but we used to absorb it, man, because like I was saying, there wasn't much complications like these iPhones and tablets, whatever. It was just basic TV, man, and then or whatever, play in the garden.
Yeah.
Very simple,
Yeah.
but it's a
Yeah.
beautiful life. So when you try to tell them, they don't want to really know. You know what I mean? They say, forget it, man. It was okay, whatever. So I think
No.
the generation. That's what everything changes with time, and that's how it's going to be. Everything is going to change for. Some people say for the good, some for the bad. There's good things as well about the internet. You can learn anything. You want to hear something old, some poetry or whatever, you can put in there. I want to hear Zakir Hussein's tabla, and I want to hear Shiv Kumar Santoor. You can put it in. You can put a raga. I want to hear this raga. So much knowledge. But saying that, there's so much bad stuff as well. I want to do it. I mean, you can. It's the way you want to perceive it. What do you want to get from it, man?
You seem, Shinda, you seem accepting, like not in a passive way, in a way that you seem like you're okay with times changing, the world changing, music changing. It's like I still resist stuff. It's things I don't like, or if I don't like in the media, or I don't like trends, I get upset about it or whatever, or I get involved. But it feels like, I don't know, it feels like you're quite kind of at one with it all. Do you know what I mean? You feel quite relaxed with it. And I thought you might have a bit more of a, no, Punjabi music is this and the Bhangra scene should be this. But you're not. Where's that come from?
If I get angry with it, what am I going to get out of that, man? Nothing. So it is what it is, man. But I'm just saying, like you were saying before, kids, I say, all right, man, go on the computer and make beats, man. Anything, man. You can do anything. It's knowledge is out there, man, to gain it from. It's very easy to gain it now. Before we used to go to my Ustad, sing with the Lashid, hand the house once a week, writing on the books, no phones. Now, Guruji says people come with phones well now, record it, and they write it down as well, and they still can't get it,
Yeah.
And they record the hand movements as well on the phone and everything. Yeah. And my Ustad is blind. He goes, when we used to learn, we couldn't even write, So you have to learn the thing, and he goes, but we learned it, we practice it so much, it can't go anywhere now. It's like a computer, But he goes, people now writing in books, they record everything, and they don't want to do it, So it's easy, but they ain't got the fire, they don't want to put the hours in and anything,
No. And when you think about the next few years, 5, 10, 15, 20 years, do you have like set goals? Is there still things you want to do and achieve? Are you changing and growing with time? Are you like, no, I want to move into this now in 20 years time. I want to be able to look back from that time you spoke to Tommy Sandhu in 2022. Now it's 2042, and Tommy still hasn't got any hair. Or maybe I do. Maybe I've had the implants. Maybe I've got lovely flowing good hair. Yeah. I don't know. Who knows? What do you want to look back and know that you did?
See what it is, Tommy, man. There's so much left to do in music, and I can sometimes people say, in my interviews you'll hear the same things, but I go, I'm not gonna make nothing up, man. It is what it is, Like for instance, I can see like something, but I can't really get there. This is what music is for me, man. There's a mountain there. I'm trying to get there, but वो दूर है. ये music है ना. भी बहुत कुछ करना है, है ना?
Yeah.
And now it's very easy, I got my own channel. I'll be playing. If you go on my channel, anyone, you can see me playing tabla and singing, playing the harmonium and singing. Just just music. You don't have to be a big 10,000 pound video or anything. It's just what you want to express, and it's very easy to know. I could get some poetry and just sing it, whatever, or I could just play an instrument, and some kids see that and they like it, some people don't like it, but that's life, I love it, man,
That's such a gift, man. That's brilliant. I bet, even if your wife is angry at you, I bet you can just kind of break into poetry, little song, just diffuse the situation completely. Like,
because I got the room that we're sitting now, and I can't, because my the tabla's over here and the harmonium, and you got a tanpura there. That's always been in our houses since we was growing up,
Yeah.
Puis tabla ਇੱਥੇ ਪਿਆ, harmonium ਇੱਥੇ ਪਿਆ, computer ਚਲੋ ਦੂਏ ਰੂਮ 'ਚ ਪਿਆ, ਹੁਣ ਤਾਂ computer ਦੀ ਵੀ ਲੋੜ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਬਹੁਤ,
Yeah.
But now people don't want these instruments, they just want the computer. But look, this is how it was, and this is how I love it, and someone comes there, they might just play tabla, whatever, and this is my kind of room, where I'm in this room, the kids know they don't come in here, no one really comes here.
This is my zone, this is my space. Just because you got the song coming out ahead of Valentine's Day, is Valentine's, are you a bit of a romantic? Are you what you like? Are you?
No, this one's not a romantic one. It's called Brand, and I don't want to give it away. So they can think, what brand, what is he talking about? So it's a dance floor kind of thing,
Okay, fine. But for Valentine's Day, will you be I don't know what would happen in the shit. I just, because I imagine you to be quite smooth. I imagine like I have to, we have to write a card, right? You write the card, but I imagine you with your words. You're a poet, bruv. Like, come on, it's going to be on another level of romance. Like, do you have to come up with different kind of shady style love notes all the time?
Wow.
Can you do that? He's not giving away no tricks. By the way, your video of you and Shrek, that got shared by everybody, bro. That was a viral hit. You must have felt that. Everybody must have been saying, "Hey, we've all seen Shinda talking to Donkey."
I didn't know he was going to do that because I went after, I think it'd been 2 years nearly, and had some shows, and I mean, so Disney. I always go to Disneyland, and Universal Studios. I love it, man. But I never seen it so empty, man, in my life, so it wasn't much people at all. So you go anywhere you want. Otherwise, it is this chock-a-block there,
Yeah. And, I just thought that Donkey's never gone, "Oh, you sing Punjabi music? All right, okay. Can I hear some Punjabi music?" He's all that. And I'm like, yeah, man, I'm a singer, man. There's you just chatting in your normal way, busting a little song. Listen, I got nothing but love and respect for you. I thank you for every song you've made. We love the music. We love what you're doing.
Thank you.
And just, and also this has been nice. It's been really nice to hear where you're at with it all. And on a final note, generally, I keep saying this. I'm saying it to everyone is because, as you know, 22 is Bai. The number is Bai. So I'm checking on Bais for Bai. Check on your brothers for 22. That's the idea behind the year 2020.
Wow.
So as my brother, I'm going to ask you this. Are you good? Are you well? Are you all right? Are you happy?
Yes. Thank you, Tommy. And let's look out for each other. Just like to say that, at the end. And that's life, if you think about it, it's very big. If you think about it, it's nothing. My brother used to say to me sometimes, it's very big, and then he goes, it's just nothing as well. It's how you want to take it. And he'd say, we're all actors. And I've been thinking about this. What he's saying, actors, when he goes, listen, Tommy's an actor. He's got to do the radio. That's his acting. You're acting. You got to sing and play tabla. That's your act in this world. It's like a show, would say. So if you think about it, it's right, So I'm just going to say at the end, man, God bless everyone. Look out for each other and respect everyone, and peace out, man. That's what I'm going to say.
Love and respect. No, I love it. Thank you so much for finishing up. Catch you soon, bro. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Wait. Before you go, I need to ask you to make sure you have hit the subscribe button and you are listening to these podcasts regularly. So if they're on YouTube, you're watching this now, lucky you get to see my face as well as hear the voice. Please do hit the bell button and hit the subscribe thing and get involved with the whole channel so you can stay up to date with what's going on. It really does make a difference for us. We then know where our subscribers are, the kind of episodes you're listening to, and then I can give you more of that kind of stuff, more of the good stuff. You want more good stuff? Hit subscribe to this podcast right now and follow us on social media. We're on Instagram, we're on Facebook, we're on Twitter. Just go find the Tommy Sandhu podcast and welcome it into your life.